Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for this video on some end-of-year BLaST information. We appreciate you taking a little bit of time to review some best practices with us. And we just want to cheer you on to the finish here. We know it's getting close and we know you have a million things on your list. So once again, we appreciate you being with us. This is just going to be a short video going over some best practices of things to help close out the school year.
All right, thanks, Danica. And first off, we just want to remind everyone to check with your BLaST team and check your school's launch point for anything that might be outdated. You know, it might be something that you all created for a temporary time period, or just really just check for anything that might need removing. Make sure you keep your launch point relevant and clean for your school.
And typically during this time, we also remind everyone that ClassLink Analytics is a great way to help you gauge school-wide app usage, look for trends, and use that info to help decide about what apps that you might want to clean up. ClassLink has recently updated ClassLink Analytics, and they're not quite finished with the job yet. Right now, if you log in to ClassLink Analytics, you're going to have some trouble pulling up things that would what we would be considering as functioning for you. They're still working through this update, and Greg and I hope to learn more about it. And as soon as we feel like that it's functioning in a beneficial way, we will definitely let everyone know, and we'll share out some more information about that.
Yeah, also as part of your launch point cleanup efforts and keeping in mind what we have available to teachers and students, we want to remind everyone that the Trusted Ed Apps platform continues to play a major role in digital resource decisions in our district. If your school is considering a digital resource purchase or using a new free digital resource, please remember to check the Trusted Apps platform first to see if the resource is approved for use. If the resource your school wishes to purchase or use is not yet on the Trusted Apps dashboard, please complete the digital resource request form available on the Trusted Apps dashboard. And completing this form will initiate the process of review by all of the appropriate team members in our school district. The screenshot you see on the screen shows you where to access the digital resource request form, and we just wanted to remind everyone to complete that form as if any new products come up at the end of the school year or over the summer.
Right. We want to take a few minutes to just talk about some software updates that are coming our way. We've mentioned these several times this year, but we still want to make sure that we bring it up now so that everyone is aware. After June 30th, Safari Montage will no longer be available as a district purchase K-12. So that's a district-wide decision. After June 30th, Safari Montage will no longer be available in our district as a district purchase. Newsela, after June 30th, Newsela will not be a district purchase for grades K-5. Newsela will continue to be a district purchase at this time for middle and high schools, but not elementary. Similarly, Nearpod. After June 30th, Nearpod will not be available as a premium purchase district-wide for grades K-5. We've sent some information out over email to our elementary about this, but we'll also be adding some things to our blog posts. It's just a reminder about that.
All right, next up, we're just going to talk about creating courses in Canvas for next school year. And the message we want to share here is that there are no changes to the process for creating courses for 25-26. There will still be a heavy emphasis on teacher tools in Canvas, and we will have a link in our blog post to the list of updated blueprint courses for 25-26. Sometimes, you know, we are asked about how schools are required to use Canvas or that kind of thing in our school district. And we just want to encourage you to communicate with your BLaST members, communicate with your administrators about how Canvas can best serve your school. E-learning does believe that Canvas can be the digital hub of learning for your school, but ultimately that's really up to your BLaST team and your school leadership of how Canvas is best utilized in your school. Also, as a reminder, please encourage all your returning teachers to create at least one new Canvas course before leaving for the summer. This will allow your teachers to continue to have access to teacher tools for the once the current year courses are concluded. So if they don't create a course now, they may not see teacher tools when they come back in August.
We also get lots of questions about IC rosters usually during this time. Those questions come about in the form of, will my students have access to this software over the summer? So we're just going to take a minute and talk about IC rosters and the timing of that. Once the school year is over, we do pause our sync from Infinite Campus to our software products. That just means it's like a snapshot. So it just stops updating. Anything that your students have access to the last day of school, they should continue to have access to in the summertime, especially in the month of June. Now, in July, mid-July, is when we do our rollover. That means that we start turning our syncs back on for the new school year. It takes several weeks to get everything situated with all of our software products and to get them the accurate information for the school year, new school year, so that they can start standing up the product for the new school year. But those changes, they begin happening in mid-July. Well, of course, we all know that rosters, they really don't settle down until several weeks after school starts anyway. But that's something for you to be aware of.
All right, teacher sites. So we want to remind all of you to clean up your teacher sites once the school year ends. You can turn off the visibility for team members who will not be returning to your school. And then any incoming team members will appear on your school's teacher site as they update or publish their teacher site for the 25-26 school year.
We just wanted to take a moment here to provide some updates about our summer professional learning courses. We want to say thank you, BLaST leaders, for helping us with referring participants from your school that were interested in participating in our assessment and feedback course that we'll be offering this summer. Thank you very much for helping us with that. We've got lots of participants ready that have registered, and we look forward to working with them this summer. Greg and I are also able to offer 2 additional courses this year in something we're calling our student creation series. One is Intro to Canva for educators. The second one is Intro to Adobe Express for educators. We've had a really good response from Hall County teachers on these courses, and they both have very long wait lists. So with any luck, we're going to be able to find a little more funding to help pay for some stipends so that we can have some additional folks take these courses over the summer. So if your folks are on the wait list for this, or you're on the wait list for this, or you haven't gotten on the wait list yet, but you want to, please go ahead and with any luck, we'll be able to open some more seats for those 2 courses.
All right, and next, Microsoft Teams, we just want to thank you for all your participation in communicating with us on Teams and communicating with each other. We know that Teams stream can sometimes be a lot, but we appreciate you hanging in there with it. And we do intend to continue using Microsoft Teams as our main mode of communication for the 25-26 school year. Sometime in June, we will archive the 24-25 team, and we'll add all BLaST leaders to the 25-26 team sometime in late July or early August. We won't bug you with that until school starts back. And then finally, we do want to thank you all for serving as BLaST leaders for the 24-25 school year. We know and we understand that sometimes being a BLaST leader is a thankless job. as you're the first line of communication for the various challenges we've had throughout the school year. As we look back on the year, many times when something was down or you were helping each other with some type of issue, we thank you for the way that you've handled those responsibilities. And your efforts are appreciated by e-learning, and we wish you all a restful summer vacation.
Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you in August.